Socialization. Socialization is an integral part of every human being. It is widespread knowledge that no one can live or grow in isolation. Therefore, there is a need to remain in interaction with the immediate environment, especially with other humans. From friendly conversations to acts of kindness and resolving conflicts, socialization speaks of individuals' connections with their society. It comes naturally and can differ depending on the society in which individuals grow. Factors like cultural values and ideologies affect or influence individuals' socialization, as they can change the behavioral patterns of individuals. Emotion. Emotion is an essential part of human beings. They are physical and mental conditions associated with thoughts, feelings, and a degree of pleasure or displeasure. Emotions manifest in diverse ways. Happiness comes when something or someone brings you joy. Sadness comes with disappointments and loss. Anger surges at the point of unfair treatment or frustration. Fear shows up in the face of danger or uncertainty. We can continue to delve deeper, but the point is that emotions are the way you feel in response to specific triggers. Emotions are dynamic and unpredictable because the life itself cannot be predicted. You can be down one moment because of a disappointment, and then the next moment, something positive happens, and you are up and bubbling. Congntion. Cognition is a behavior associated with the mind. It is how individuals think, learn, reason, or make sense of things around them. You see, the human mind constantly processes information, like a supercomputer does. Different things go in the mind simultaneously, shaping individuals' actual life experiences and engagements. When faced with circumstances, humans' cognitive behavior makes them engage in critical thinking, recalling past events and also channeling their attention to focus on more important things. Cognitive behavior is associated with creativity, imagination, innovation, and every attempt to create things to ensure comfortability. Aggression. Aggression is the expression of anger and hostility towards other people or things. In situations where individuals are threatened, frustrated, or vexed, aggression likely occurs. You know, that feeling of hitting the wall, breaking stuff, or throwing or scattering things around when fuming, that's aggression. Although aggression isn't mostly physical, it can also manifest verbally or emotionally by using harsh words against an offender or outright cursing. Aggression varies in levels and in individuals depending on their level of resilience. While some people are able to take in so much pressure, some cannot take a chill pill and are readily reactive to any trigger. The bottom line is that every individual has a limit. Risk-taking. Risk-taking is one of the most adventurous behaviors of human beings. Risk-taking is the willingness and attitude to engage in things that have uncertain outcomes or potential consequences. In a bid to take risks, there are times when they do not mind stepping out of their comfort zone and threading on seemingly dangerous courses. Reasons for risk-taking could be a desire for excitement, a quest for personal growth, or an attempt to help a loved one who is in danger. The result and consequences of risk-taking are mostly uncertain. It can lead to positive outcomes and personal development, and on the other hand, it can also have negative outcomes. Adaptation. Adaptation is simply the ability to adjust and change according to new circumstances. Human beings are dynamic in nature and always find a way to cope with life whenever they are introduced to a new culture, environment, people, or any situation that is out of their norms. Suppose you used to live in one of the coldest regions in the world, like Australia, and then for some reason you had to stay in Africa for a long time. You would have to come up with mechanisms to cope with the new environment and continue to lead a normal life. Adaptation is never easy at the start, but with time, it is one of the intrinsic human behaviors that guarantees living even in the midst of new or weird circumstances. However, some people find it very easy to adopt changes. In contrast, for others, it may take them a longer time. Such people are seen as rigid and, if possible, may stick to what they are already comfortable with for as long as a lifetime. Communication. Communication is an essential part of the human life. Think about it. If communication is not in place, how would individuals connect with one another? Communication is the mechanism that allows thoughts, ideas, and feelings to be transmitted from one individual to another. Communication thrives on uniformly agreed and known systems, like languages, arts, and music. It can be written or spoken, verbal or nonverbal. Gestures and signs are also effective ways to pass across messages. Nodding the head, twitching the eyes, crossing the arms, or even using the fingers to send signals. The amazing thing about communication is that it is never achieved until the receiver rightly decodes and understands it. So it is one thing to pass a message. It is another thing for the message to be received, accurately processed, and understood. Conformity. Conformity is a social behavior associated with individuals making efforts to change their thoughts, beliefs, values, and ideologies in order to fit in or belong to a particular group or society. It is the force that compels individuals to align their actions and beliefs with those of others to gain acceptance. Conformity has to do with a perception of superiority. It means that individuals will only succumb to conforming themselves only to what they feel is superior to what they have already. In a way, conformity may be associated with low self-esteem or the fear of being rejected or isolated. In another way, it may just be a harmless attempt to jeer oneself towards achieving unity and cooperation in a group one belongs to. Exploration. Exploration is a huge part of man's essence. Psychologists have confirmed that seeking to thread on new paths and discovering new things are an intrinsic nature of human beings. Exploration is the quest to dive into the unknown, to learn and experience new things. Humans are curious beings, and out of this curiosity, they explore the world around them. Inventions, discoveries, and innovations are all end products of exploration. Without the exploratory behavior of humans, maybe, just maybe, we would all be living in one big grassland area with large leaves wrapped around us while we hunt the wild to eat some meat. Civilization, westernization, whatever you call it, is possible because of exploration. Leadership. Leadership is the ability to take charge, make decisions, and motivate a group of people. Leadership is a phenomenon that has been known to man for ages, and with it, humans have been able to create organized systems that ensure the development and continuity of human society, and it still does exist till now. Leadership is associated with the ability to shoulder responsibilities, take on burdens and needs of others, and sacrifice time and resources. Leadership as a behavior starts from the smallest unit in society, the family. The parents lead the pack, the elder children lead the younger ones, and so on. That drive to be at the helm of affairs in school, at the workplace, in the community, or even running for political posts are all manifestations of human leadership behavior. The thing is, not every human being has leadership skills at the same level. While some seem to be naturally born leaders, some are more reserved and would prefer supporting the one leading. Competitive behavior. Competition is a natural instinct in humans that drives them to fight for achievement, recognition, or resources. Competition has been a part of human life for as long as man was in existence, from the Stone Age till the present moment. Activities like sports, academics, and business are thriving on the existence of competition, which has, over time, brought about development in these areas and has also fostered the need to work hard and strive for excellence in humans. The competitive behavior of humans has led to personal growth, progress, and innovation, but it can also be toxic and dangerous if competition is engaged in desperation. Desperate competition is unhealthy and can tilt individuals towards extreme win-at-all-costs actions and jealousy. Impulsivity. Impulsivity is a human behavior that drives individuals' actions without them thinking much about it. It is the act without thinking, damning the consequences and actions that happen in the heat of the moment. These spontaneous acts and decisions can either be positive or negative, depending on the situation. Impulsivity manifests in different forms, ranging from spotting that sweatshirt in a walk-by boutique and emptying your wallet to buy it, even though it was never your intention before leaving the house, to blurting out words you didn't really process in response to a situation. In most cases, impulsivity is just a response to unplanned situation. But the dark side is that it is a fruit of poor decision-making and sometimes comes with its own consequences. An example is having to deal with limited resources after buying on impulse to get immediate gratification.